Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching A Touch of Tarot. I hope this is unlisted because I wanted to wait to post this and I don't want to be distracted by chatting, but sometimes I lose my way there. So I've written out the questions I asked and I was literally like saying, like, Divine Masculine, where do you want this to go? Divine Masculine, where do you see this relationship going? Where do you feel this is about? Sorry, already messing up. How do you feel about this relationship, Divine Masculine? Where do you see this relationship going, Divine Masculine? Will you be coming back? And then I have many other questions here that I got him to answer, at least I hope, through the cards. I do want to make a quick note. If you want to book a reading, my info's below, but that's not the note I want to make. It's that we have to get out of this victim mentality. And for anyone that thinks that they have it really bad in life, this is my recommendation. There's a group online and you can go to the Alcoholics Anonymous online, or you can go to the, I believe it's like Abuse Anonymous online. It's the abuse version. And for those of you, or go in person, go sit there in person. Just remember, you have to keep their information private and not talk about it. And you know, people trust you when they're sharing this information. And if you think you have it bad because your Divine Masculine isn't showing up, like poor me mentality, go to those meetings and see what people had to endure their lives, either in childhood or even grown-ups, because they were abused their whole life. So even in adulthood, they stayed in that situation, or they kept on repeating those situations. I am trying to get you guys out of victim mentality, and then the rest of you that are already out of victim mentality, I love that you're growing. I get positive feedback and messages from all over the world every day. You can do it. You can reach union. But why would your masculine want to come back when you're acting like a victim? Trust me, that he will feel that energy. And no, he does not want it. So let's keep that all in mind and let's move forward now with the reading. I'm sorry, I just had to say that because I can't keep on being like, oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. No, stop talking like that. Your words are so valuable. Your words put you in a position that you're in. Let's clear that energy now, okay? I'm done. Okay. So one of the advances having Gemini moon, and this is something I knew, but I didn't know it was an actual fact. People with Gemini moon, you might want to watch. Here he is. Here's his name, Fernando Prandhomi. He gets really in depth with signs, and he says we have extreme clairvoyancy, more than any other sign, to the point where we hear everything. And it makes so much sense because I'll hear that noise go on until I stop it. Really interesting, right? So you might want to check that out for some more information about what your sign gives you. And apparently it's the sign of the moon who we are. It's the sun sign who we inspire to be, or who when we get older we become. So keep that in mind as well. Check out your moon signs. Very important. Okay, so for the Divine Masculine questions, here is the first one. How do you feel about this relationship? Really interesting here. You know, and I'll tell you, this in some ways is triggering, but overall, it's just right now the current energies. I'll do another one of these asking the exact same questions after the Mercury retrograde. And do mind me, because it is Mercury retrograde, I may be stuttering a bit. Let me flip these over so we can focus on the first 3 questions, and then I will get to the other, I think it's like 7 or 8. Okay, so Divine Masculine, how do you feel about this relationship? So first we have Loria, I should say. Okay, I'm just going to do one card at a time here and talk about this. So to be honest, the Divine Masculine feels like he does not have control in this relationship, and it scares the heck out of him. Okay, this is an image of a sea, we can say a mermaid, I guess, but it's like some sort of a sea creature, a woman sea creature, holding this string tied to this little boat. And it's like this energy of these bigger energies around us that they're so big we don't even see them. And all that this lady has to do is tug, one little tiny tug, just one little tiny flick of her tail, and the boat is done. The boat is washed away, flipped over, completely wrecked. And so the Divine Masculine, how does he feel about this relationship? He feels at a loss of control here. He feels like there's an imbalance here. He also feels like for the Divine Feminines, for some of them, that they can lose control and basically destroy everything that they've worked for, that they've built. I don't know why, but this is what's coming. Like, you know, and it doesn't even make sense, I'm probably sure, to some of you. You're like, how could I destroy what he's worked for? It's just something he's fearing. We cannot control what they think, right? That's the problem. So how does he feel about this relationship? He definitely feels the chemistry. But another thing he feels is that you guys are completely opposite for some of you. There's this energy of complete opposites, completely different than his usual type. And you know what? His usual type is not good for him anyways. His usual type probably is something that he can have control over in a sense, or something that makes him feel like he's empowered, but that's not necessarily healthy. That could be a trickster energy, because any one of us could be submissive and be dishonest and hold our feelings back and hold our truths back and play that game too. But we don't. We're honest because we love, and love is honest, right? There's also an energy that he feels that what he's done in the past may come around to bite him. The three fates, what comes around. You know, one of the ladies here is holding a string. One of them is holding the scissors, ready to cut it. And this is a fear of his. This is his fear that this may come back around. His past mistakes that he's made in relationships, where he's been hurt before or he's hurt someone before, is going to happen to him. It's going to come back and get him and bite him in the ass. And that's just how he feels when it comes to this relationship. So how else does he feel? Well, he feels like he doesn't know what to choose or what to do or where to go with this. Also, the Five of Pentacles here. He doesn't know if he should communicate about how he feels about the relationship. He doesn't know what choice to make in this relationship. He has multiple options in general. Of course he does. Divine Masculine is a Divine Masculine for a reason. And, you know, I think that there's like a 3-to-1 ratio of women to men. So, of course, he has multiple options out there, especially if he's really good and really wealthy. And he doesn't know where to go. Like, he doesn't know what to do with this relationship. He imprisons himself. He sets himself back thinking he can't do anything. He feels almost like he can't, like he's frozen. You know, he feels like he's behind the feminine in a lot of ways. He really does feel like you're ahead and like you're bigger than him. How does he feel about this relationship? So, happy, you know, this card has to do with happiness. It also has to do with family, immortality. He feels like this relationship could go somewhere, you know, with the children here. There's this energy of like, of growth and happiness here. But it's still the energy of him worrying. For a lot of the masculines, I'm telling you, they have this fear about death, something to do with death. And I don't know exactly what that is. It could be childhood issues. You know, this almost is like the flowers that you see on a coffin. For some of them, they may have dealt with a lot of loss in their family or, you know, with people around them. And maybe they feel like, what's the point if we're all going to die type of an energy, okay? How does the Divine Masculine feel about this relationship? He feels like, first of all, he has to put something to an end. And like, I'm not picking up the fact that it has to do with the Divine Feminine. I'm picking up with situations surrounding his life. He feels as though he has a transformation to still go through. And he feels as though there's patience needed before he can make a decision with this relationship, okay? So, next question. Divine Masculine, where do you see this relationship going? So, for the first card, we have Pure Nature. One second, I think that everyone calls it Archangel Michael pass. Okay, perfect. So where do you see this relationship going? First of all, he sees you as so pure and innocent in a sense that, you know, there's room for growth here. And he does see this little opportunity of growth sprouting, and he sees love here. Where does he see this relationship going? I have to keep on repeating the question. He sees it possibly growing, okay? Let's just keep it at that. He sees a reconciliation here. He really does see the possibility of a reconciliation here because his feelings are so strong for you. He can't deny them. Now, what an issue is here that's very strong is he is so worried about things from the past. In the sense, just like what goes around comes around energy, people have been so dependent on him. And he is just so sick and tired of others depending on him. He is so worried. He also sees it possibly taking that route. He sees it also possibly taking that dependency route where you're going to be like, I need this, I need that, I can't provide for myself. This is why until you can take care of yourself, I can almost guarantee, and I don't want to set anything in stone because nothing is set in stone, but you're not going to have a union until you're taking care of yourself one way or another. Yes, the divine masculine can help you, but you have to be at a stage where you are doing stuff on your own, where anyone can help you. It doesn't have to be him. Anyone can step in and help you because that's the power you have. You call that towards you. So where do you see this relationship going, divine masculine? So here we have the number 3. And first of all, I'm picking up that he has a lot of thoughts and emotions about this relationship right now, in this month, in this year. He's like, where is this going? Because I can't keep on just, you know, dangling a light around here and playing with anyone here. Guidance, but where will it lead you? And this is the question he literally asks himself. He's literally asking himself the same question we're asking him right now. Where will this lead me? Where will this relationship head towards? A lot of confusion, and it keeps on going around in his mind. Where does he see this relationship going? He possibly sees it going where he is the provider. And not that it's a bad thing, but he doesn't want anyone to be dependent on him. He just doesn't want anyone being dependent. He sees possible even the divine feminine just being not lifeless in a sense, but put herself in that victimized state. This is someone who's put themselves here. The divine masculine is really looking for stability. And I know everyone's going to be like, well, we want stability too. Yeah, we do. But let's not focus on that right now. We're asking him the questions, and we can't really decide what he's seeing, even if his perceptions are warped. This is what he's seeing right now. Where does he see this going? He's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get with this woman, and what's going to happen? Is she going to act like this? Am I going to have to take care of her? Am I going to have to do all the work here? That's a huge issue for him. It's not that he doesn't want to provide for you, because he does, and he's definitely able to, but he doesn't want to be in that state where he has to provide for another human being again in his life. Where do you possibly see this? Where do you see this relationship going? I'm not going to add a word there. We have marriage. He does see it possibly going to marriage, but this is stressing him out, because what is he going to do? Get married and then, you know, have this woman that's waiting, that he's waiting on, that he's working for, like he's already had. He already has that. For many of them, they have that karmic situation. So why would he want to go through that again? Is a good question, right? Let's just try to put ourselves in his shoes for a minute. Then we have the broken glass here. Foretells ill luck. So he just worries. He really worries about having this home, you know, starting a family or starting a commitment with you, and then ill luck happening, you know, things turn, his worst nightmare, and it happens. This is why he feels that. He probably has friends that have told him all about this. You know, you open this new book and you have a new chapter in your life, and you go and get married, and as soon as you go and get married, or as soon as you go and make this strong commitment and the person moves in, all of a sudden they're a totally different person. This is one of his fears, and it could come from childhood. It could come from what he's already experienced, especially if he's already been married, right? Or in a very committed relationship. There's a high chance that it has turned out like this, which is why he's just like, I'm done with everything. The Book of Passage, it can affect you for the better, or, you know, see, he wants to write a new chapter in his book, but he's afraid to open it, because what? He opens this new chapter, and then what might happen is on his mind. Where do you see this relationship going? Seven of Swords. This is a fear. This is his, like, it's mostly his fears coming out. He worries about this relationship taking a sneaky turn. He worries about something just totally turning and totally, all of a sudden, real sneaky behavior happening there, because this is what he's been through. He worries about this relationship going in a direction where there's no authenticity, where someone wears a mask And this is like, you know, it's a beautiful lady, but we don't know what's under there. Technically, I'm sure many of us can figure it out, but we don't know what's under there. And little things like that just are exploded and multiplied when it comes to the divine masculine. So, will you come back? And I just had to word it as simple as possible. Will you be coming back? Like, will you be coming back, divine masculine? The first card we have is the observer. What this says straight up is that for many of you, he's watching, he's thinking, he's sitting, first of all, and just contemplating. What is she up to? What is she doing? You know, and this could be for a relationship, either you even know the person or you don't know the person in a sense, right? All this could go with someone you don't know as well, that they know you. And they're just watching you. And it's like, let me see what direction she goes in. He also has some thoughts that you're scattered in a way. But the truth is, he's scattered. Because we have the dandelion flowers here. I want to say dandelion. I believe that's where these, I don't know if you can see them. And they're coming out of her hair. So for many of the divine masculines, he feels that the divine feminine doesn't know what direction she's taking, doesn't know what she even wants, and isn't very stable. Just to be honest, okay? This is just what they're thinking, not what I'm thinking. I love us. So, will you come back? No, this was beautiful. So he knows. This could be the one. He knows that he has already met, for those of you that have met him, or he sees you, or he watches you, he knows you're the one. You know, and some men, I should say, when they know who the one is, right away they're trying to marry her. Right away they're proposing to her. Right away they're always with her. And that is very common, okay? Don't get me wrong, but we are on a twin flame journey here. And I'll tell you, the ones that I see that marry right away like that, so far I haven't seen any that lasted. I just saw one recently. This man, he was a complete player. All of a sudden he met this woman and bam, married in less than a year. And yes, it happens. And yes, it can last. And for some people, it will happen to the divine feminines, okay? But I'm just saying, we are on a different journey here. So it's very important not to compare yourself to those situations, because a lot of us look at those and then we're like, well, why not me? Why am I here alone? Why is this happening? You know what? For one, that woman was probably so confident. She probably, like, this is how I imagine those type of situations happening. I feel like a lot of them did not have sex. And this is part of the reason that drove the man to be like, I want her. A lot of them would never put up with shit because they just don't care. And it's not that, like, it's a great attitude to have. They put themselves first. They care about themselves. And it's important to recognize that. It's important to recognize what women do that get that proposal right away, or that get that commitment right away. And not forget that it's important to love yourself and have confidence and not be the victim. To have a life that you enjoy, to go and do things you enjoy on a regular basis, like something weekly, or even like bi-weekly, or not, well, yeah, bi-weekly, whatever. Point being that you get out and do something you're passionate about. I'm already going to start something I used to do, which was garbage picking. And I think I've mentioned it before, and I've had great luck with that. I would just pick a spot and garbage pick, but I'm actually going to get a team, because there's more people in this world now that want to do that want to help in one way or another. So will you come back? See, this is the thing. True love. He already knows who his true love is. He already knows where he wants to be, but what does he do? He disconnects and retreats. Will you come back, divine masculine? Will you come back? Witch of the end of the world, an important ending to a new beginning. There is something that the divine masculine has to end. And it doesn't have to be just relationships. It could be closure to continually searching for this business venture, or just like anything, like trying to gain enough. He has to end something going on. But it really could be thoughts of the past, heartaches from the past, regrets from the past. There's an important ending needed. And this is probably part of the reason why he's constantly retreating. It's easier to run, calm amidst the chaos. So if he comes off calm to you, and even if he comes off super calm, I'm getting the vibe that the more calm that your masculine is acting, the more he's acting like he can live without you, the more chaos that's going on in his life, not to do with you either. There is just a lot going on in this divine masculine's life. There's a lot of storms. And he is trying to make his way through them. Divine masculine, will you come back? Well, right now, he will be going within. Right now, this is like a theme right here. He's going within. Is he coming back? I think he's kind of trying to retreat right now for many people, okay? Look at, he wants to come back though. And there's this energy of every time he tries to move forward, he is trapped in his thoughts. There's another card behind here. But every time he tries to move forward, he is trapped in his thoughts. So it's easier for him to just lay back and rest. He goes to work or he goes to do whatever he's trying to do, build whatever he's trying to build, and then just retreats. I feel like a lot of the divine masculines, though some of them may be out drinking their thoughts away, some of them are alone a lot of the time in their thoughts, actually feeling them. Divine masculine, will you come back? This card is about someone that is looking at you. Like literally, these are the words. Someone is looking at you with great love and longing. He is looking at his queen, longing for her, loving her from afar. Right now, he's just loving you from afar. It's just the way it is. So he feels threatened, and there could be something going on around the divine masculine. For some of them, I'm picking up even a woman, like where he feels like if he comes in near you, he puts you both in danger. And to be honest, I don't feel that there's that much danger at all, except maybe she goes psycho on him. I think most of us have been there. I've been there. You know, I've had a person that a long time ago, one of my first catalysts, the first guy I was like really into, we never had a commitment. But once I saw him at a restaurant with a girl and I went right up to the table, and that's very threatening. And though I didn't do anything, I was like, hey, like I thought you said you're going to call me when you get back, like a psycho. Literally like a psycho. That was about 15 years ago. That's very threatening. And so for some of the divine masculines, they've dealt with that psycho behavior and they forget that people grow up and people move out of that. For me personally, I've admitted a lot of my behaviors to my divine masculine. We've talked about all those type of things. And I loved his response. He was talking about how, yeah, love can destroy people. Love can really affect people. He understood, which was beautiful. But then again, he just did the same thing and, you know, almost triggered me, but I didn't go back. I didn't go back. So divine masculine, will you come back? Now we have birds here, which for me would normally symbolize yes. But once again, we have that energy of fear, misfortune, and enemies near. So there is, I feel, someone around the divine masculine. And there's like, for some of you, there really is an energy that he is afraid to bring you around. Maybe for some of them, they're not really all that safe, or they have people, I don't know. I'm just picking it up that there's like, it could be a woman. It really could be a woman. If you're dealing with a divine masculine, if you're a man dealing with a man, it could be another man, or with a woman, it could be her man. And she's worried about getting you hurt, or he's worried about you being hurt. So divine masculine, will you come back? Let me look at these cards here first of all. Now this would be here. So I just have to look at the direction it's going. So King of Pentacles, loyalty. We have the Tower card here and we have victory. So divine masculine, will you come back? I feel almost like it's a yes card. If I was pointing it this way, however, for me, it'd be pointing to the past. And it would be saying that he has loyalties. He has commitments somewhere else. But down here, it's in the direction of pointing, yes, like I want to go forward, but I'm afraid of someone watching, someone who's going to have a tower moment, or I'm going to have a tower moment if I move forward to that Six of Wands victory energy. Really interesting, right? So I'm going to pull from the next group of cards here in the next questions, which I used the tarot deck. I forget if it's the before or the after. I believe it might be the before. Doesn't really matter because I'm just reading from the deck intuitively anyways. So though the pictures may not be what you expect, don't worry, I'm getting the message here. So the current divine masculine situation, and this was really interesting. Move these out of the way. So currently, the divine masculine may possibly, first of all, first energy I have, with 3 kids behind these cups. So I don't know how much you can see there. There's 3 little faces behind there. He's looking a little bit worn out there, a little out of shape. For some of them, they're probably going through some sort of deprivation in health. He's filling all the cups, but he doesn't even have enough to fill them all the way. And there's all these little faces. It's almost like a little orphanage, you know, and they want and need help. They need him. There's an energy here that there's people that need him right now, you know, and it's of like utmost. It's really weird. It's like people trust him, and he knows that he's not in a state. I don't know how to explain this card here. I can feel it, but I can't explain it very well. It's a tower card. People are being led up to this tower. People are in this tower. It hasn't fallen yet, but there's destruction all around it. And literally, he knows it can be stricken at any time. He knows these people are coming to him because they trust him. You know, and in this tower, there's also 2 people in there. And it could be, I see a crown at the top. It looks like a feminine. And I see him below. I see a male below, not wearing a crown. And it could be that there's like, you know, a woman in his life as well that has some sort of power. The crown is at the very top as well. And these people are trusting and they're coming towards him. It's like they're coming from a battle, coming to him for help. They're very needy. And he's the one, he also wants to give to them. He doesn't want to be left out like he was left out in childhood. And I'm picking that up totally. There's childhood issues here for real. This is something, you know, the tower with the moon card. Let's just look at that first of all. It's like his dark secret. He wants to help everyone. Unfortunately, I know some of you right there are saying, well, why doesn't he want to help me? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they feel that the divine feminine, you know, the one thing I can say is that sometimes we hurt the people we love the most. And that is the truth. Remember this, he feels like you're doing very well in a sense. He feels like you're bigger than him. He, in some ways, probably feels like there's nothing he can do to truly help you. He's trying to take his power back. He's trying with the Magician, but there's a snake around his neck. There's like a dead hand offering him the cup. There's a monkey holding his money. He's in a whole circus right now. He is like the head of the circus right now, and he is trying to put it under control and figure things out. So next question. What external energies are surrounding the DM? What external energies are surrounding the DM? So this is what came out. We have the Page of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9 of Wands. Oh yeah, of course this is the 9 of Wands. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So external energies surrounding the DM that are external. He feels like he's being watched with this eagle. Someone keeps on coming in and out of his life and causing havoc is what I'm picking up. There's like a strong wind blowing here. It's like he's constantly on guard, looking for this person to come in and out. There is, I feel this energy of, I'm picking up that it's a woman that he's scared of. I'm not sure exactly why, but look at even here. And the 9 of Wands. He takes down one wand. It's like he's taking down the wands and she just sneaks her way back in, this dark energy. And this is his worst fear. You know, what are the external energies? There's some sort of an evil energy that keeps on trying to get in. And every time he lets his guard down, this energy comes in, and this is why he is standing there on guard 24/7. Unless he finally rests. And remember, when he's resting with that sword right on his chest. There is no rest for him right now. And that's something I'm truly picking up. Where's that card? Here. When even in rest, even when he sits there and lays there and dreams about the connection he has with the divine feminine and how much he's let her down, literally laying down, he's let her down. He knows you're going through this too. He knows. He goes through it too. He goes through it with you. There's no rest. Every time he tries, this energy creeps itself back in. Surrounding the divine masculine, external energies surrounding. How about this one? So many people that he needs to provide for. So many people with their hand out. It's not just one person. And I'm not saying it's two women. It's like a woman maybe and like family, or a woman and employees, or something like that. And he's just trying to bring balance to his life. But when you have all these people and you know, they trust you and they're looking to you to help, it's a big responsibility. And it says it's like a dark secret to him, because he always wants to put on this show like he is in control and like he has the power. But it's a secret. It's a secret that he truly feels very weakened, very frozen. External energies around the divine masculine. Two of Swords, right? This energy, this person's about to take off her blindfold. And this can go both ways. This person's about to take off her blindfold. But here, so this person's about to make a choice, right? But here, it's like they just can't take it off. They can't make that choice right now. They can't put the swords down right now. They're hanging on to those swords again. So the main focus for the divine masculine. Let me just make sure we have everything written down. Main focus, feelings, desired outcome, most likely outcome, and some extra. Yeah, we have them all. So the main focus right now for the divine masculine, I don't even remember what some of these are, but let's see quickly. Oh, okay. I remember. Oh, fuck. Okay. So the main focus for the divine masculine, let me put that up. First of all, trying to come up with a plan, trying to work, trying to build something, possibly with other people. He may have started a new business. This is something going on this year, and maybe even this month with the number 3. I'm picking that up. 3 and 3. 3 people as well. It's very possible that he has started a new plan to build something. And this is what his main focus is right now. Plain and simple. His main focus is this 3 of Pentacles. He's literally in prayer mode in some ways. Like he's begging for this to work out, whatever this is. He's like, I don't have the energy to fight this anymore, or to fight for this. This just has to go smoothly. Please help me. For some of you, the divine masculine, even if he's not religious, he has found himself on his knees, like begging for help. He's also in the midst of trying to fill his cups. He's actually trying to fill a couple cups for himself right now. He's literally purging and sitting in his emotions. I just feel this energy and these words in my head saying like, I can do this. I can do this. Now, even though it's the 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Empress, what I pick up from these 3 is like taking care of people. We have the 6 of Cups. He could be taking care of someone from his past or people from his past. It's not just a woman here, okay? I really am picking up like, yes, there could be a woman, but there's an energy of just him taking care of all these people. Like, look at all these people walking up to that tower. Everyone has their hand out for this divine masculine here, for this person I'm reading for. Everyone. And whenever he puts his guard down, someone's trying to take advantage. And he's just trying to protect. He feels like he's the strongest person. And he's trying to protect these children. He's trying to protect people's families. He actually would be responsible for a lot of people's families. If he's an independent business owner or a very successful boss, a lot of people rely on him. Think about it. If you have a multi-million-dollar company, or not even, just even $1 million company, and you have even 6 employees only, those 6 employees are taking care of children, taking care of brothers and sisters, taking care of grandmas. It's extended. And he feels very responsible. Very responsible. It's like the divine masculine is this man here, this older man here, this wise man taking care of the dogs and just watching how the other people around him take care of their family. He knows that his help is helping other people. It even goes down to, yeah, you have to feed your dogs. Whoever he's paying, whoever he's feeding has to feed people too. The Empress. So for some of them, maybe he's taking care of his mother. Maybe he takes care of his grandmother. Maybe he takes care of his baby mother. But these are the main focuses right now, is of him taking care of people. So what are his feelings towards the divine feminine? And this was really interesting. First card we got was the Knight of Wands in reverse. First message I got, he has so much passion for you, but he no longer wants to just come in and out of your life. So this is part of the reason why he stays back. He can't keep on coming in and having one night stands or even the most beautiful conversations and then leaving. Because it not only hangs the divine feminine, it hangs himself too. He gets put in this energy of like, what the heck did I just do? Why did I just go in there and leave? This is my, you know, my love. This is who I want to be with. It doesn't feel right for him to do that. And this man is very able to release himself. But when he comes into your life like that, to the divine feminine's life like that, it's like he literally goes home and puts a noose around his foot and hangs himself. Like, fuck, I did it again. I did it again. I'm not proud of myself, but I don't know what else to do right now, and I had to. He feels like he had to. He had full awareness of what he's doing. Full awareness. And that he would hang himself again and again, every time if he comes in and out. How he feels like about how he feels for the divine feminine, he feels like he can't provide for you right now. He feels like he's unable. King of Pentacles in reverse. He feels like he has battles to fight. And if he comes around you, he's going to bring that onto you. He's going to mirror and reflect his energies onto you. He feels like he wants a new beginning with the divine feminine, but in order to have that, there's stuff that has to end. There's cycles. There's new cycles that have to be coming and that he has to accept and move towards. He literally has to fight for this. Does he want a new beginning? Because if so, he has to fight for it. Does he have the energy with these two cards? You know, not being able to provide enough? Probably not. Probably doesn't have the energy for that right now. So, the desired outcome. Okay, I remember this one now. Okay, so his desired outcome is to, first of all, it's weird. I'm going to kind of just say what I say here with this. It's like he has to take a drink to literally come home, first of all. Like, if for the ones that are coming back, because this is the Eight of Cups, okay? And for me, the Eight of Cups is about, you know, leaving, but there's always that energy of coming back. If we get it in reverse, okay, it's probably happening much quicker. But I feel like this is literally saying, in order for him to step forward to this connection, he literally feels like he has to drink a shot or two and get the balls, literally. His desired outcome is to come back. His desired outcome with the owl here, he's wise. He knows it's something he wants to do, is to come home to his high priestess, this intuitive, loving energy, this woman. And, you know, the thing is, you're not probably showing how loving you are right now, because many of you are just sitting there with this owl on your head, crowning you. You're like, I know he's coming back. I know I have the key to his heart, but I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear if he's learned anything. And he knows that, and that's why he has to get the balls to come over. That's why he has to get that manpower to come over and really man up. And he is a man. But when it comes to you, look at this. Look at the difference, right? And I almost feel like I'm getting this message like you make him cry. Like you make him very emotional. I'm actually right now feeling very overwhelmed with sadness. So for many of the, and wow, it's weird. But for many of the divine feminine, it's that you've cried this ocean of emotion, literally. And he can't help but feel it when he is near you. Even if you come across strong, he knows he's put you through the ringer, literally. Wow, I feel very emotional with that. So, desired outcome. He wants to get those balls, drinking and driving here, and come in that chariot. Look at him. He's like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do it. But there's still this energy. Like, look at these. I don't know what they're called. I have to look that up, and I will look that up. There could be women blocking his way because both of these animals have very large breasts. Both of these animals are not going to move right now. They're like, I'm not bringing you to her. I'm not bringing you anywhere near her. It's also showing that he's just not able right now, even though he tries. I get this energy, like these divine masculine. This is what I see. I see them literally getting in their car, getting onto their phone, and just going somewhere else, calling someone else, doing something else. Though the original plan and destination was the divine feminine. Wow. So, feelings for the divine feminine. So this is an energy, that slow-ass Knight of Pentacles. And look at, he's found something here. But this was in reverse, okay? He doesn't have to search anymore. He wants to just come forward. He knows what he has. He's already found it. He wants to move forward. And his feelings for the divine feminine, he wants to bring her, he wants to just bring it to her now. He hasn't been searching anymore. He doesn't have to search. He knows he's found the one. He knows he's met the one. He wants to come out of hermit mode. He wants to turn the time back. He wants to go for that wish. He still feels like you're a wish. But it's almost like an unattainable wish. Something like that. This for me in this card has to do with like hourglass, because it looks like an hourglass, but it's snake. And he wants to take back his sneaky behaviors. He wants to take back all the hurt. He literally wants to come forward. He wants to light his way, you know, because here in the upright position of this card, he doesn't have a light in there. He's going to take that star and put it in there. He wants to put the light in when it's in reverse, especially. He really wants to turn back time. So most likely next move is the card I wrote down. So I remember how this came out, because this came out first, 10 of Swords in reverse, but this came out right beside it, like it was the first card. And what that told me, and it was like this. So it looked like he is walking towards her. He wants to end all the hurt and pain. He wants to take those swords out and go towards this beautiful, look at this eagle coming in, right? He wants to literally come in to the divine feminine. He wants to show her. It's like she's holding his heart. She's holding something. And he wants to confirm that to her. Look at this though, you know, even here we have these people in the background, these sneaky little fuckers. Because, you know, he just wants to drop all the sneakiness. And it's not about him and you. It's about these people he can't trust. See? They left him for dead, but they're still watching him fix himself. There's 3 heads there. 3 dirty little scumbags there. And they're watching him get up from the dead. And they're going to attack him. He wants to get away from those energies. And I'm picking up right now that some of the masculines actually want to move to a whole different continent is what's coming out of my mouth. And I don't know if everyone has continents, but maybe country, you know. Sorry, I'm not the best with geography. He's trying to come towards this feminine, and this is the problem. He is very fearful of putting you in danger in some ways. And it could just be a female that's psychotic. It could just be a female threatening if you move on. Like, who knows what she's threatening? Who knows if she even has the ability to do anything that she threatens? But in his mind, remember, in the divine masculine's mind, they make things much bigger. The desired outcome is that he finally sees that opportunity and takes it. And once again, it's representing that he has to get liquid courage, drinking alcohol, Some of them, they may be drinking a lot of alcohol. Some of them, they have many people offering them alcohol. And for some of them, like, I just pick up this energy, I swear to you, that he tries to pick up the phone to call you and he doesn't. I feel like sometimes they're out or even drinking alone at home, trying to get that courage to call you. And he just, you know, for some of you, he doesn't. For some of you, maybe he does. But his, sorry, I was saying desired outcome. His most likely next move is where we are, yes, would be for him to get that liquid courage and come forward. This is what he wants, and this is what he wants to do, but I just feel like he stops himself. Or maybe he gets caught up in this group of three again, these three evil people. Maybe they're the ones. Here, just take another drink. Don't go anywhere. Don't worry. Don't worry. Most likely next move. Okay, here we go. So there's something to do with a letter. In this picture, this person's reading a letter. In this picture, this person has the bird, and it's like he wants to send a message to the divine feminine. This is one of those birds that flies off, and this is this month, number 3. It's one of these birds that flies off and comes back. And it's like he wants to give them the letter and say, take this to her. Maybe by text, maybe by email. Maybe he'll phone you. For some of you, maybe he'll phone you. That's his most likely next move. So the most likely next move, and this is like almost a combined energy I got, even though they came out separately. We have the Lovers here and we have the Queen of Pentacles. He wants to take care of you. He wants to help you, but there's this energy. He wants to protect you. You see, it's a snake. So divine feminines, be very careful of snaky people around you. And I'm not saying it's your divine masculine, because his next move is to help you and to protect you. But remember, we already had the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's him saying that he can't help you right now. It's almost like someone else may be coming in, and you may be intrigued by this other person, and be careful for snakes. Your divine masculine wants to help you right now, and his most likely next move would be to come in and save the day, if he could just get the liquid courage or the balls or whatever you want to call it to move forward. So I pulled some extra cards and I named it Final Thoughts. This was very interesting. We have the Queen of Cups, and look at this. It's a dolphin bringing a cup to this queen, to this intuitive, lovely woman who's been sitting there waiting without a cup. The divine masculine wants to bring his feminine love. This is his final thoughts. Like, I love you and I want to show you. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to. I'm going through a lot of emotions right now, but you deserve the best. Like, you are my queen. Literally, you are Mother Earth almost, with all these little baby statues around. You have my heart. You are a dream come true. You are my star. You are my dream, my wish. You have more love than any other woman I know. You are honest. I want to come towards that. I want to be around someone I can trust. I love you. I want to protect you. Look at the bird here. You're so unique to him. You're so unique to him. You are literally, his final thoughts is you are his world. And his final thoughts are that I will one day find you. I will one day get to you. Wands represent days. For some of you, I mean, it could literally be coming in 2 days or 2 weeks, this energy. Now, I don't think all of this is going to be cleared by then, but he may have communication with you by then. He's like, I don't care what anyone else says. You're my world. You are the most precious item of this universe. Literally. Caution is warranted. Look deep into this situation before proceeding any further. This has to do with anyone saying stuff that's on their mind right now is not the time. It also, if we put it to the masculine, he's literally being cautious about something. There's something going on. There's some sort of something. I don't know exactly what. The name is Bridget here. Ariel is the name here. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself, saying literally for both parties, for the feminine and the masculine, how he views his world. His world is you, don't forget. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Get connected to spirit. And the last card is Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous situations to appear. Expect miracles. This is for both parties. You know, we have two unicorns here. Keep charging ahead, Divine Feminine. Don't stop doing what you're doing. And I'm not talking about going towards him. Let him come to you. And expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. And they're saying the same thing for him. Stop letting people stop you, masculines. Expect this all to work out. Okay, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this reading coming for us. And you can book a private reading with me. If there's something you need specifically, you can message me and we can figure out what we can do for you in regards to what you need to know. Like, this is a freehand reading, right? And I can do a freehand reading for you as well. We can talk about